Hi there, this is Etienne Beneke from Sixfoot5 Digital. 23 years in search engine optimization, starting in 1997, just a year before Google came around. SEO is another acquisition channel. It's an affordable acquisition channel because you don't have to have a paid search budget, which works on a bidding system. And the higher your budget, the bigger your budget, the more you can bid on specific keywords and to outrank your competitors. That's paid search. PPC called in the older days, now called Google Ads. I am a search engine optimizer, and what we do is we organically make sure that our websites, our client websites, are being found by Google organically for how well it's been built, how well it's optimized, and whether we are targeting the correct keywords in a very competitive landscape and space. So if you are selling a particular brand of shoes, you might have many competitors out there doing the same thing. What makes you better online and what will make you stand out is usually quality content that Google deems to be better than those of your competitors. We need to optimize it for the correct keywords. If you are targeting keywords that people are not searching for, you won't come up in the search results. We want to be targeting keywords that have a sufficient volume, search volume, so that it means that people are searching for these particular keywords. We want to use these keywords in the content so that Google can understand that the page is an authority page about something specific and that we are targeting the correct keywords. Now, we use these keywords in page titles, we use them in the URLs, we use them in the headings on a page. To give you an example or analogy, if a librarian had to take off all the covers of all the books in the library the previous evening, and you come into the library next day, you're going to have a hard time finding the book you're looking for because you have to open every single book and read through it, understand what it's about. Now, if you take this back to a website, if you are naming your pages with headings pertaining to specific keywords, your URLs describe these pages with a specific keyword, and your page titles are clear enough for Google to understand, Google will list and index these pages based on the keywords that you are targeting and whether your content is authoritative enough. In other words, what is the kind of quality that you're putting out there for your users? We don't build websites for Google. We build websites for people. Now, Google sees this. If you are building a website that has a lot of information, better than that of your competitors, there's a far higher chance that Google will rank you higher as long as you're targeting the correct keywords for a specific niche and you are outranking your competitors based on the quality content that you've got. I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to work in the search engine industry for a very long time, like I said, 23 years, in top agencies and working with clients, both blue chip international clients and large clients with big budgets, where we picked up a lot of experience on how to work with high volume websites and high competition websites. Search engine optimization is never an afterthought. It's not something that you go and plaster on at the back of a website once you've done. I tend to speak to web developers and say, we can do search engine optimization right from the start. We can do the research and the keyword research right from the start, looking at keyword volumes, and we can actually dictate what the website should be built like from a page perspective and an organigram perspective. You can actually already tell a designer, we will have the following pages targeting the following keywords. Out of these pages, we will have more pages targeting the other keywords and the following keywords. And we can actually map this website out on the wall and saying, now we can already name our URLs, we can already name our pages, we know what content we're going to add there. We would have to have the following on-page tags and SEO tags. We know how to interlink our various pages. We sometimes want to be interlinking pages through what they call contextual links, meaning if you are reading a piece of content, there will be a link in there that you can click to go to a different page without having to go into the navigation. Interlinking means that Google can also crawl pages far quicker because you are interlinking them to each other, as opposed to just having a navigation menu where it's sometimes very difficult to list 500 pages because your navigation wasn't set up that way. So SEO is not an afterthought, but it doesn't mean that you can't go back to a website that has not been optimized. All it means is that we will need to do keyword research on these URLs and these pages and amend them appropriately so that they do target the correct keywords, and we can change the URL names using 301 redirects, which is a permanent redirect from their old page to the new page. So it's very possible, and a biggest part of my business is based on going back to people's websites that were built without SEO in mind. We can go and we can fix that, and we can make sure that they start getting found for their products online. However, I always tell clients, if you are going to build a website, let's get together before we build it, and let's plan what this website could look like. Otherwise, we're going to have to come back and do it at the end again. I hope you find this interesting. SEO is definitely an acquisition channel, and it's an affordable channel. It's a very interesting channel, and if you understand how Google is looking at websites and pages, it becomes very, very challenging and interesting to build a website so that both humans and search engines will like them. I hope you find that enjoyable, and all the best.